Welcome back to another Taekook love story. Late night, rain is in the ground. The street of Seoul lightened under the flickering street lights. In a quiet alley, footsteps reached a man in black clutches his side face hidden under a hoodie. He leans against a wall, panting heavily inside a small private clinic to 7 a.m. The sound of the suburbs jazz plays low from the tiny speaker. The clinic smells like antiseptic and lavender oil. Jungkook mumbled to himself while organizing medical files. Okay, that's the last chart. No more patients for today. Finally, he sighs and adjusted his round glasses on his nose. He wears a cozy white coat over his oversized pink sweater. Sleeves too long for his delicate hands. Suddenly, bang, 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 a desperate knock echoes through the front door. Jungkook startled, opened his clipboard. Oh, that at this hour? He peeks through the door's curtain and freezes. Outside stands a tall figure, face shadowed by the hood, one hand pressing his side. His heart raced. He hesitated. Jungkook softly, is he hurt? He unlatched the door. Jungkook was shaking. Hello, sir, are you Taehyung? Gruffly. I'm bleeding. Help me. Jungkook's eyes wide as the man lifts his head, reliving a family affairs. The infamous Taehyung Mafia here, ruthless, untouchable, dangerous. Jungkook, it's okay, just lie down. I'll patch you up. Taehyung suspiciously, you recognize me, don't you? Taehyung watches him silently, eyes dark like a stone. Jungkook grabs gaze and alcohol, hands trembling. Taehyung, are your hands always this shaky, Doc? Or is this just me? Jungkook blushing, sorry, I have never treated a mafia prince before. Taehyung, a smart Taehyung, teasing you patch up criminals often, Doc. Jungkook was purely a whisper, no, just cuts and mostly thin, clenched and first time in the days his blooded lips crawled into a grin. Jungkook stitches the wound carefully, biting his lips and focuses phone, brows form, and then watches his every moves. Taehyung, you are different. You are not scared. Jungkook softly, I am terrified actually. Taehyung, then why help me? Jungkook shrugs gently because someone has to. Their eyes meet for a moment. Time stills. The rain taps against the window. The jazz faded into silence. Taehyung's POV. Internal monologue. Why is this warmth? Is in a place so white with someone so soft, I feel like I could sleep for the first time in years. Jungkook handing him tea. I made it helps with pain. You don't have to drink it though. Taehyung accept it anyway. Cute. You think tea can fix bullets once? Jungkook muttering, well, it helps with stress. Then take a sip. He actually only around the people who intimidate me. Taehyung, so I am intimidating you? Jungkook whispered, you terrify me. Taehyung leaning closer. Good. Taehyung stand up slowly, winching but collected. Taehyung, You didn't see me tonight, understand? Jungkook, yes, I wouldn't tell anyone, I promise. Taehyung walks to the door, but before leaving, he turns around and tosses something into the counter, a black bun upon. Taehyung, low, voice low, smooth. Call me if you ever need protection or if you are lonely. Jungkook blushing furiously. Why would I be lonely? Taehyung smirking. With those big eyes, soft hands and no locks on your door. You are practically asking for trouble, dog. The hair disappeared into the air coat behind him. Jungkook stared at the burner phone, fingers trembling again, but not from fear, but this time. Fear this time, Jungkook's POV thinking, what have I gotten myself into? He holds the burner phone close, heart pounding, and somewhere in the night, the Mafia prince is smirk under the rain, thinking of a nerd doctor with trembling hands and too big heart. It has been a week since the night Jungkook had stitched up the man everyone in the city feared. He hadn't heard from him since the burner phone sit untouched in the drawer under loose bandages and crumble bar rapper he hadn't dare call, and he hadn't dare throw it. To himself, probably forgotten about me already. He is a mafia prince. He has other people, scary people. Suddenly, ding, the door, the bell above the clinic door chimed. Jungkook's heart skipped. No one came this late unless they stepped in, uninjured, confident as ever, but this time smiling. Them casually, still open, doc. Jungkook started nervous. It's past hours. I mean, yes, technically, I mean, Taehyung clenching, step it closer, relax. I'm not bleeding this time. Just came to ask something. Jungkook swelling. Oh, okay. Taehyung grinning. Do you own a suit? Jungkook a suit? Why? Taehyung, come with me. I'm in the mood to grumble with someone interesting. The casino was under an old hotel, gold, red velvet, smoky air, and suspicious stares filled the space. Jungkook followed closely behind them, clearly out of place in a slightly wrinkled grey suit he hadn't worn since his cousin's wedding. Jungkook whispering, "This place is illegal, right?" Taehyung is smirking, "Only if you are bothering enough to care." They were led into the VIP lounge, a private room lit by soft candlelight and shadow corners. Two glasses of whiskey waited. Taehyung handed him a glass. Try this. Aged 30 years, costed more than your student loans. Jungkook is sniffing. He started talking more about medical school, about his goldfish that dashed twice, and how he once fainted giving blood. Taehyung leaning on the couch watching him. You are weird, dog. Jungkook grinning. You are scary. Taehyung terrified yet. Jungkook not Even a little. Their eyes locked, their hair thickened. Taehyung softly, then why are you looking at me like that? Jungkook, like what? Taehyung leaning closer, like you want to kiss me? Jungkook whispering, because I do. Taehyung's breath hinges. Jungkook leaned in first, answered, but needing to know. Their lips bruised. Taehyung let out the softest sound. Jungkook deepened the kiss with more hunger than either of them expected. Taehyung's finger gripped Jungkook's blazer, pulling him closer. Jungkook's hands slid into soft black hair. Taehyung moved into the mouth. It wasn't rough, it was messy. Hot, breathless, real, and he didn't stop there. The penthouse was sleek, black marble, tall window, but it felt smaller with the tension burning between them. Thing was pushed gently against the wall. Jungkook kissing him slowly, hands framing his face. Thing breathless. You sure about this? Jungkook kissing his jaw. Tell me to stop. Thing softly, don't. Clothes fell piece by piece. Taehyung's eyes never left Jungkook's, filled with trust he didn't usually give. Jungkook laid him back on silky seats and soft, kissing softer. It was Taehyung who thrilled. It was Jungkook who whispered reassurance, holding him like something precious. Jungkook kissing his chest. You're beautiful, Taehyung. Taehyung was cracking. Shut up or I'll fall in love with you. Jungkook smiling gently, then shut your eyes. And he made love to him slowly with every. Taehyung didn't expect it to feel like that. Not rough, not a game. It was the first time he had been touched like someone worth loving, and it made him feel everything. Sunlight crept through the windows. Jungkook opened his eyes, tangled in one seat and warmer memories. Taehyung lay beside him, hair softness, lip brushed from kisses, bare back exposed to the cool air. Jungkook whispering to himself, it was just one night, he didn't mean anything by it. Mafia guys don't do love. He got up silently, pulling on his clothes with trembling hands. Before he left, he looked at the sleeping Taehyung once more, hands reaching, then pulling away. Jungkook softly, thank you for being soft. Then the door clicked shut. Taehyung stirred awake, body sore in the best way. Hot, unusual light. He turned. The bed was cold. Taehyung sitting up, stunned. He left. He looked around. No note, no goodbye, just the ghost of warmth on the pillow beside him. He fell back on the bed with a gun. Taehyung to himself, I give him all of me, and he ran. But he didn't feel angry. He felt something much worse. Empty. Taehyung closing his eyes. Doc, you idiot, I already fallen. What Taehyung didn't know was that by the next full moon he would begin to feel strange, hot flashes, and sensitivity, and a heartbeat inside him that wasn't his own. Taehyung's penthouse, late evening. It has been 4 weeks since that night, and Taehyung was unraveling. He had woken up new since the accent of coffee made his stomach split. His chest ached. He snapped at his man for breathing too loud. He couldn't sleep, couldn't focus, and worst of all, he felt weak. He hated it. So he did what anyone in the world would do. When something felt wrong, he called private clinic. Dr. Men nervous. Boss came. The test came back. Taehyung patiently, and Dr. Min, you are pregnant, sir. A pin drop silence, Taehyung blinking. What? Dr. Min fidgeting. I doubt. I double check. You are about 4 or 5 weeks in. Your condition makes this rare, but it's not impossible. The symptoms match. Taehyung clenched, cutting coldly. Leave. Dr. Min paused. Taehyung growling. I said leave. The door slammed. Silence returned, but inside Taehyung said it was chaos. Midnight drive, Jungkook's apartment. Jungkook had been working late again. Life had settled back into a rhythm, though he hadn't stopped thinking about him. He had accepted it as a one-night mistake, but just as he closed the clinic file drawer, a knock on the apartment door started the silence. He opened it, heart stopping. Taehyung stood there, pale eyes burning, a storm in human form. Jungkook shocked Taehyung, why slow? We need to talk. In Jungkook's room, Taehyung didn't see it. He passed like a caged animal, avoiding Jungkook's eyes. Jungkook gently, you are scaring me. What happened? Taehyung turned. His voice cracked, but his face remained hard. Taehyung, I'm pregnant. Jungkook stared. Jungkook softly, wait, what? Taehyung bitterly, don't act like you don't know how it happened. Jungkook sobbed, then stepping forward. Taehyung, that's incredible. Taehyung is snapping, it's disaster, Jungkook, no, it's not. It's a baby, our baby. Jungkook, Taehyung angrily, I live in a world of blood and betrayal. You think I can play house while holding a weakness inside me? You think I can survive this? I need control. This is ruining everything I have built. Jungkook firmly, you didn't build it alone, and you wouldn't carry this alone. Taehyung froze. Jungkook stepped closer. Jungkook was short but unwavering. I'm not running away. You can scream, push through your necks. I will still be here because I care and because you are carrying my baby. Taehyung's breathing changed, tears streamed his eyes, but he blinked them away, jaw clenched. Taehyung quietly, you are not scared. Jungkook softly, terrified but more scared of losing you. The room fell quiet. Taehyung looked down at his trembling hands. For the first time in years, someone had seen him not as a weapon or as a threat, but as a human. Taehyung barely whispered, I don't know how to do this. Jungkook cupping his cheek. Then let me help you. Taehyung leaned into the touch for a moment. The mafia prince looked like a lost boy. Taehyung broken. I'm so scared. Jungkook hugging him tight. I will be strong enough for both of us. And in the small apartment, in late night shadows and trembling trust, let him be held. But safety doesn't last long in the underworld. Rumors began to show. A rival family whispered for weakness at top, and someone close is watching Taehyung. His penthouse morning light. Taehyung had never thought silence could feel warm, but now with Jungkook humming in the kitchen barefoot and wearing one of Taehyung's oversized shirt, something about the air felt different, soft, gentle, safe. Taehyung quietly from the doorway. You don't have to cook every time you stay over. Jungkook grinning while flipping pancake. Technically, you should be eating more anyway. 2 months to feed. Taehyung rolling eyes, but lips twitching. You talk to the baby more than me. Jungkook placing a hand gently on Taehyung's stomach. That's because they actually appreciate my jokes. Taehyung is smirking. They don't have a choice, but his hand stay on Jungkook's over his stomach longer than he meant to it to. The moment was quite intimate. Taehyung softly. They move a little when you speak. I think they know you. Jungkook gently. Because I plan on being here for a longer time. Taehyung didn't reply, but his heart beat faster than any bullet he had ever in the city underbelly. Whispers turn into warnings. Kim Tae-hong hasn't attended a night in weeks. Rumor is he is big. There is someone new in his penthouse, and in the dark corner of the smoky club, a rival boss, Jinwo, light a cigar. Jinwo coldly, if the prince has a less now, maybe it's time we cut it. It has been a long day. Taehyung had taken Jungkook to a private property near the woods for fresh air. The baby's heartbeat was stronger, so was Taehyung's smile. Jungkook seatbelt sleepy. You are glowing, Taehyung dryly. I'm not a fairy, Jian. Jungkook murmuring, you are something magical. Taehyung's finger clenched the steering wheel tightly, heart betraying his cold mask. But the moment settled too fast. Tires squeezed, a black SUV rammed into them from the side. Glass shattered. Jungkook's body shielded Taehyung instantly. Bliss. Taehyung kicked open the door and Jungkook behind the Taehyung furious. Why would you protect me? You could have died. Jungkook fainting, smiling through. Because I love you, you stubborn idiot. Taehyung falls in the world. Fell silent except for the pounding of their own heartbeat, not the scream, just to these three words, I love you, safe house. Jungkook had been patched up his side, but he would leave. Taehyung hadn't moved from the beside all eyeing. He sat there, head bowed, eyes lost. When Jungkook stood, he looked up. Jungkook harshly, still alive? Sorry to disappoint. Taehyung quietly, you almost died because of me. Jungkook softly, I would do it again. Taehyung gestures, not from fear, but something deeper. He stood and sat beside Jungkook, fingers trembling. Taehyung, I have never said this before to anyone. Jungkook blinked up to him. Taehyung was shaking. I don't know how to love. I wasn't raised to be soft or to need or to feel, but ever since I craved your voice, your awful food, your dumb jokes, the way you talk to the baby like it mattered. Jungkook is smiling weakly. It does matter. You make me want things I never thought I deserved, so I might mess this up. I might be terrible at it, but then looking into his eyes, I want to learn with you, Jungkook blinked, and his smile wider than he had in years. Jungkook teary, then teach me how to be brave enough to keep loving you. They leaned in, foreheads touching, not kissing, just breathing alive together. Later that night, they snuck into Jungkook's bed. Once the lights were off, wordlessly barefoot and silent, he's lying under the blanket and crawled behind Jungkook, wrapping his arm over his waist, placing a gentle palm on his over his small bump, then you whispering to the bump, your other dad's and mine, but he is ours. Thanks, state morning of peace. Jungkook was humming again, the soft tune he always did when cooking. Off-key, cheesy, completely unfit for a mafia state. Taehyung leaned against the doorway, watching him flip eggs with the seriousness of a surgeon. Eyes, the earlier sunlight painted Jungkook's skin golden, and somewhere in the house, gods pretended not to owe eardrops on their domestic bliss. Taehyung with a teasing smirk, you don't have to cook for me every morning. Jungkook without turning around, you said that last week, and then you asked for seconds. Taehyung sitting at the kitchen island and resting on their round belly. Jungkook clenching, baby has excellent taste. Clearly, they had come far from a one-night mistake to these quiet moments, shared toothbrushes, arguments over which pillow was fluffier. Jungkook had moved into a state a month ago after the last threat was eliminated. Now Taehyung's mansion wasn't just safe, it was home. Time escape. It's began with sharp cramp, then another and another. Taehyung jogged up, right, teeth clenched, breathing heavily. Taehyung hissing, Jungkook, Jungkook. Jungkook, half asleep, was on his feet in seconds. Jungkook rushing to his side. What it is? Talk to me. How far apart? Taehyung gritting his teeth. Don't you dare to go. The hospital, the room smelled of anticipated and sweet. Taehyung gripped Jungkook's hand too tight. Their clenches turned white together. Taehyung yelling between construction, if I die, you better name the kid after me. Jungkook was shaking with emotion. You are not dying. You are stronger than any of them. Just breathe, okay? Breathe with me. The labor was long, painful, messy. Taehyung cursed in 3 languages, threatening to shoot the midwife, and at one point sobbed onto Jungkook's shoulder. But when the first cry pierced the air, all sounds stopped. Jungkook kissed his forehead and let out a shaky breath, half laugh, half cry. Jungkook whispered, "This, it's a boy." Jungkook smiling through tears. "We did it," the nurse led the baby unconscious. Danny screaming loud, and as Taehyung held the son for the first time, the hardness he has worn from years melted into ice. In spring, 2 years later, the garden, the estate had changed. No longer but family's sanctuary. A tiny toddler ran barefoot on the grass, chasing butterflies and giggling like he was his life purpose. Jungkook chased after him, fake crawling. Jungkook laughing, "I'm gonna get you, little tiger." Taemin giggling, "No, Appa, I'm fast from the veranda." Taehyung sipping tea, his eyes once cold and dangerous now. He was still intimidating. His underwear state hasn't changed, but fatherhood made him more human. Guard whispering to another, "Boss smiles more now." It's terrifying. Taehyung clenches softly, shaking his head. Jungkook scooped Taemin up, spinning him around while the boy screamed in joy. Taehyung couldn't help but stand and walk over, wrapping an arm around Jungkook's waist. Taehyung leaning in. "Jungkook's here, you made me warm." Jungkook, don't ever stop." Jungkook turned, cupping Taehyung's cheek, pushing his lips with the light. Is Jungkook smiling? "Not even if the world back to me." And as the sun disappeared behind the horizon, the family stood there complete. And how was it? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any request, please let me know. I will try to work hard. Okay, how was it? I hope you will love it and had a smile at the end of the story on your face. Okay, see you again. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.